Gentlemen.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to 0 Hour 1.6. This is a match for the 1.6, of course, patched World Championship, the second run that we've held so far. This is the second game between Hawky as our GLA stealth
and Squaak as our Purple Air Force General who doesn't like to build spy drones, apparently.
Apparently he hates them. He has like a vendetta against them. He's just like, nah man, I don't need no drones.
It's not so hard, is it? So, yeah, hopefully we can see Squaak get some more supply drones.
Nah, that would be good. Supply drones?
Supply drones. It's like a supply drone, like you call it down and it gives you supplies. Okay.
Great.
Anyway, so basically we are on CCGTD. Command and Conquer Generals Tournament Desert with the close supplies, but the wider open middle, which I think is fantastic. Hawky trying to get up that very aggressive tunnel, and that is so important because with that tunnel, you can harass some quads, some tech RPGs into the supplies.
Gives you such a good base start, as well as the fact that you can scout out any V aggression. Like how he went for that forward worker, so he got the tunnel as forward as possible, and then the second worker build a tunnel a little bit back because you know like the bees are probably going to come out. There's something going to come out, so you don't really want to get a worker crushed or anything like that. And another double barracks coming out now from Squaak. Same thing we saw last game where we saw a double combat Chinook drop.
Yeah, he sold his war factory off. So this is it's definitely a very aggressive opener. It did work for him, I think, worked for him last game. But will it work again? Hawky probably knows what to expect. He definitely does scout it again with these. It has a combat Chinook. We're probably going to have to sell off that supply from that Tech Terror. Yeah, there it goes. So now, again, losing the supply, that's a bit of a deal there for Squaak. He can't actually afford to rebuild that for now. And I'm sure Hawk is going to go ahead and just wall out some quads.
And RPGs as well, because he's now scouted it. I think the issue was, that was a really close, because he almost... Oh, 3 Rangers, though, from the supply.
Rangers,
was that a strat? It's a new strat. Yeah.
I think the issue we have here is that these supplies are so close to each other. So it means that like you can't really harass like either one of them because there's going to be quads nearby. But it will just come down to the initial quad pop. Can that tear through the combat Chinooks in time? There goes one of them, but gets taken out instantly. There's probably going to be another dozer to crush down those workers.
And this is a lot better because he's off to the side and he's focusing down that arm seal, whereas the quad and RPGs are moving into the side, trying to get a flank onto the combat Chinooks.
Hopefully dozer can survive, though. Squaak really needs to make sure that dozer escapes, but he will actually lose it to these RPGs, but killing the arms dealer, and now maybe even the supplies is going to be fantastic. Engaging probably isn't the best idea there for Squaak. Killing arms dealer, I mean, it's good, but he lost the dozer, and Hawky actually going for the middle supply. That's going to be huge. Squaak really needs to take that one out, but it looks as though he's actually going for the base supply. Yeah,
this really sucks as well. Oh my god, there's so many RPGs in there, though. They're taking a lot of splash damage from the rockets. As well as the fact that they got flashbangs as well. Fantastic choice. So those combat Chinooks are going to just rip through the RPGs.
So
wow, this strat.
It looks as though the Rangers automatically equipped those flashbangs. Keep on, they will clear garrisons as well. This could be incredibly hard to deal with, but the quad sniping could be very important here. I want to see he can get the tunnel and just back off. I mean, getting that supply is incredibly risky. The quad can snipe that. Oh, it's so low. Yeah, evacing is probably a good idea, actually.
Yeah, he might even...
Oh, look at the vet. Holy god.
Oh my god, they got so much vet. And they're just going to snipe down that tunnel. I might even like him. I don't like all that infantry on the ground, though. They're pretty vulnerable to quads. I mean, they're not too bad. And they're going to stay there, and they're going to be really hard to deal with that many Rangers.
This is fantastic
for Squaak. He's going to get some Bs out as well. He's been mining pretty strongly. We have to remember, Hawky went for... Did he go for a double middle supply or just the one? He went for just the one for now. Okay.
I mean, I want to see Squaak play it safe and just get like a command center and a strat center because he's secured that early lead in the game. He doesn't really need to do any more aggression. And it's just so risky for him because, again, he only has one dozer. If he loses that dozer to a tech terror or tech RPG, which wouldn't be hard to do, Hawky does have quite nice tech terrors, and that'll probably be game over. But keep in mind, there's also no spy drones. He can't reveal these supplies unless he force fires, and I don't think you can force fire.
No, and one of those Chinooks getting taken very low as well.
Yeah, the RPGs don't quite have enough damage. It must have been some quads somewhere. And so actually going to force fire his own audio. Maybe not a bad choice there. And yeah, these guys, they're preventing the mining, so definitely looking good for Squaak.
really good. In fact, he's got a lot of Vs out as well, so I'm not really sure what he can go for. There's a quad pop, and that's going to take out a Chinook for free. One of the combat Chinooks. That I'm not sure what he's doing there. He's going to take a lot of damage from those RPGs, but
he's killing a lot in return. But that combat Chinook is just so weak. He really should sort of back it off. Tonight, that tunnel is going to be very important there. So good work from Squaak. But these Chinooks, they need to be repaired. They need an airfield to land on and repair. They're just too weak.
I would love to see just a V transition, and we're going for an airfield. Okay. Yeah, I think a command center or a strat center would be better at this point.
agree. The airfield is fantastic, but I think it's just a bit too soon. Like, I don't see... Like, airfield, they're for buggies. So you get the airfield to kill buggies.
Yeah. You don't need to repair those combat Chinooks. They're useless. They've served their purpose at the start. You took out the arms dealer, taking control of the supply, just transition into Vs.
That was
actually, they want to repair them, but I mean, I don't know how much use they'll be. I'm not really sure. And we do have, of course, an oil cap coming out now from Hawky, so we'll probably be going for that double oil cap.
Squaak almost denying that one. Getting spy drones, but only one of them. Got to be careful of that. And now it looks as though Hawky is going for his other oil derrick, but getting the fourth supplies as well. But I mean, so the third supply, I guess, now. So I guess at this stage, Squaak may just push through the middle. He doesn't have the spider up and running now. And Hawky, without that arms dealer for quite some time, probably doesn't have a lot of quads.
No, he wouldn't really have a way to deal with this. And he's what?
Squaak!
The bees obviously.
Oh, hang on,
wait, no. Their GPS is like going all over the place. We saw the town missile upgrade just finished, but please, I don't know. He's obviously going to push into the main base, and that's fine. But still, there's a lot of tunnels there, and it's going to be quite hard. I'd like to see some kiting with flashbangs.
Avengers. Look, I think
Avengers would be fantastic. Even one Avenger, like.
To be fair, Squaak doesn't actually know that there's a supply there. But I think it's going to cost him the game, because if he doesn't make this push work, then I think so. I mean, he is in the strat center, which is nice. He has the airfield, which is going to be a bit of an early transition into like King Raptors and Comanches for those the buggies, but. Look, Hawky has a lot of quads. It's going to be hard to push through that many quads. There's a palace now as well, and so look, I think Squaak is kind of losing.
All his drones are getting sniped down as well, including his spy drone. And look at those RPGs. I'm not really sure how he can win this. Squaak needs to do something right now. He's waiting on the combat Chinooks.
Okay.
Okay, that could work.
That's going to be fantastic.
That could definitely work if he can push in right now and take out all the RPGs.
Yeah, but it's hard because those quads, they will rip through the combat Chinooks if they're there to fucking nice tunnel deny. So I think like Hawky is kind of buying time, which is working for him. Squaak is just sort of wasting his time.
He needs to push in right now. He must realize at this point he is behind. Search and destroy. That does make sense, but still, you got to do something fast because Hawky has a lot of supplies.
Yeah, I mean that being said as well, like. Squaak sort of needs the command center for like the spider. Oh, his quads! They're split up. He can push now.
Go! Take out the quads.
This is his time to shine here. The quads are actually going for the combat Chinooks though, but he's not going for them because once they regroup with the RPGs, he should be fine. That combat Chinook there is actually not attacking by the looks of it.
Sitting there, and the Vs are pushing in now, but I mean it's behind time, and the RPGs are going to push in as well.
The Humvees are quite split up. I think they're all splashed up there, and so look. Probably not the best engage here. The quads now, they're caught. Search and destroy the Humvees. They can rip through the quads.
But the Humvees aren't really being micro. The quads are just taking them out. And the arms dealer is going to go down. Look at the quads. And the Humvees down the bottom are just going to get taken out by the RPGs.
Yeah, the RPGs.
No, you don't have enough rangers.
There's like one ranger there, I think. But again, meanwhile, there's the oil derrick and the two middle supplies. This is just not the best engagement for Squaak.
It's not good at all. He's taken out a few quads, but he just wasn't microing his Vs. And now the palace units have started to come out from Hawky.
Yeah, Squaak probably thinks that Hawky doesn't have middle supplies. Because like once the quads were split up, he could have just killed all of those quads with the rock Vs. And without the RPGs, the quads stood no chance against search and destroy rock Vs. But that being said, Squaak is just balling out more rock Vs.
He's got a lot of A's, but no Avengers or anything like that.
Yeah, his rock V production is actually quite nice. But Hawky has the middle supplies. There are no Avengers, so he can't really deal that well with mass RPGs. I think we're really sort of seeing like the CCG player not adapt well to 0 hour.
Yeah, I think that must be
He's sort of just blobbing like rock Vs.
It's just not working for him. I mean, it's okay, but you just can't deal with those RPGs. He's going to take out this tunnel network. I mean, sure, but Hawky's been mining for such a long time, and that last engagement was terrible because the combat Chinooks went in,
died.
Then they died, and then the V's went in and died.
But
and
only half of them
yeah.
went in. Half of them engaged the RPGs, half of them went for the quads. So, and now, like, Squawky's out of these little base supplies, so Hawky has 3 supplies, Squawk has 1. There are Pathfinders on the field. Jarman doing a bit of sniping here as the buggy will try and...
Oh, the buggies might get caught out, though. They gotta be careful.
We'll take out some more and more. So we may see some Comanches come in, but...
Don't tide away. Go for the buggies. You have to engage.
Yeah, he has to either engage, like, balls deep or just disengage entirely. And seriously, Avengers, like, it's all that he needs. Air Force, like, it's hard to micro your air units, but Avengers, there's no micro on Avengers. There's no reason not to get Avengers against late game GLA stealth. And that's going to be a cup bomb moving in to take down that supply. And Jarman is still here to party. Takes out the barracks, but not the supply.
A little bit misplaced there, I have to say. I would have gone for the supply. The middle supply has now been taken out, which is good. Again, I mean, the other supply, the secondary supply has been denied by Squawk for quite a long time, which is nice. So if he can push through and clear up the middle, he's in with a shot.
I mean, it probably would have made more sense to go for the old Derek because you can't rebuild the old Derek, or you can obviously rebuild a supply. And so he may
Oh, those buggies are caught out. Come on, take them out, take them out. Oh, didn't manage to catch any of the buggies, though. But that's a big army, and yeah, Hawky's not managing to snipe as many as he thought.
Yeah, I mean, keep in mind, Hawky is losing a lot of his tunnels here. That's very important, and there's just so many of these buggies. They're just so powerful.
Avengers, please. Avengers could save so many.
Yeah, I mean, one Avenger would save a lot. Getting a command center, fantastic. Tomahawks are nice as well because they one-shot buggies. But the Jarman is still there nearby, waiting to go. And now this has opened up the middle supplies for the mining from Squawk. But most of it, well, I guess half of it's already been exhausted by Hawky with his supplies. There isn't really a lot there to mine from. And looks as though Hawky is trying to rebuild the supply. Because keep in mind that, like, because this hasn't been mining, he still has the base supply where Squawk does not.
And look down the bottom there. Squawk could have just caught out 5 Vs if he moved his Humvees in. He could have caught out all the buggies. All the buggies could have been caught out. He does now have a command center, which is nice. But look at that Jarman. He's just sitting there ready to snipe. Then he needs to be dealt with straight away. Just a spy drone. That's all you need. There's also a Burton has come out now for Squawk.
Yeah, he also does the airfield. I really want to see him get a Comanche just for the Jarman tonight, if not anything else. And this tunnel here is actually scouted. So Squawk knows it's there. He does also have his radar because he's got his command center up and running, so he should be able to take that out pretty easily. And Squawk is trying to mine from this supplies here, which is kind of risky because he's going through the base. That is an
Spectre must have landed.
Oh, there.
I took out the oil, actually. That's a good choice, yeah.
Good work there. I thought he was going for the tunnel.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well. I'm like, okay.
And look, it's definitely scouted. This is Squawk's vision. He knows it's there, and now the tunnel has built, and that can be incredibly important if that actually finishes. Burton almost...
Is that a bomb truck, or is that a...
I think it's a quad.
Oh, okay, must have been a quad. Okay.
Oh, no.
Oh, look! Come on! The tunnel got finished, and you knew it was there, and now the airfield's going to get sniped down by the buggies.
Yeah, I mean, airfield is not a huge blow, but the next volley should take out the power, and the strat center's pretty close as well, so this could be pretty bad here for Squawk if he doesn't move in his Humvees and take out the next pop of those buggies.
Move the V's, do something. Squawk's just standing there, he's moving his units and he's just blobbing in the middle, like, you can't really do anything, like... Just take out that tunnel for starters. I mean, the Tomahawk's going to move in, but you got to be careful of the Jarman. You have to have several vehicles there, and you have to have a way to deal with Jarman.
Oh, here we go. That's a huge quad pop there, sending in 2 Rock Vs as opposed to 10 Rock Vs. Probably not the best choice, and therefore loses them and Pathfinders. So I don't know why he hasn't sent in 10 Humvees to deal with the tunnel. A little bit confused here. I mean, the Tomahawks, I mean, they're good, but like compared to Avengers, you should just probably get Avengers because you don't really need Tomahawks if you have Avengers. So yeah, I think Squawk is just a little bit out of practice when it comes to Zero Hour.
I think that must be it. I mean, CCG for sure, but I think it's just been a bit of a tough transition from the looks of things.
When you play
something like Stealth, so
when you play CCG for like 10 years straight, and then all of a sudden it's like, here, you have Avengers now, and it's just so unintuitive to have these extra units available. But still, I mean, you know, there is these tunnels here, and I mean, maybe he doesn't. Well, he knows they're there. He definitely knows they're there.
I mean,
he has the radar. He has the command center. There's no reason why he wouldn't know it's there. I like how Hawky actually beacons the strat center, so he knows it's there. And the Tomahawk killed a couple of buggies, but now What are the Humvees doing?
Like, if he just moves in the back lines, you could have taken out all of them. He's waiting for the cover bomb, but I mean, Hawky predicted it, moves back in the tunnels, loses a couple of quads, and the strat center's almost been sniped down. The quads, the bees are just sitting in the middle. They're just sitting there.
Yeah, I don't understand.
I don't get it.
I mean, unless the replay is broken, like, that's all I can honestly think of, because I don't think Squaak is that bad. Oh no. Okay, maybe Squaak is this bad.
Maybe Squawk's just leaving them there. I don't know, what's he doing? Why is he microing the ones in the middle? What's going on? Okay, so it's not even bugged out.
So that the replay isn't broken, Squaak is actually just that bad.
I don't want to blame him, but like, he was just leaving the units there. We should call this Blake plays. This is like something I would do.
You're doing an Archon Hawk here. You don't want to do that.
Don't do an Archon Hawk, man. That's a really bad idea.
So
You'll lose games.
Squawk took out the tunnel. That's fantastic.
That's good.
But it's too late.
Way too late. There's so many buggies, and they're starting to get vet, and there's a Jarman, and the strat center's almost destroyed.
And the command center's pretty exposed. Even the war factory as well. These buggies could take that out, and there's no way for Squawk to deal with that because all he has is tomahawks, and like tomahawks against like Jarman buggies against a GLA with like 3 supplies in black markets. It's kind of a losing battle.
He just can't deal with GLA still. I just don't think he gets it. Like, how it works. I mean, I don't know whether he just didn't read the patch notes. Just throw your V's away, why don't you? Like, why? Stop Archon hawking. You're Archon hawking all over the place. Please, please.
I mean, what else is there to say?
Nothing.
He's out of supplies, so he's got no income, no supply drop zones.
He's getting beaten harder than like Murder like destroyed me.
But it's just sad because like
he's playing. He has such a good early game, and then he just leaves units around, just doesn't transition into Avengers, into anything. Like he just V spams.
But like it's good. I mean, having that many Vs is fantastic.
It's good,
but he just has really poor decision making. Because like I gotta say, his production is quite nice. Like a lot of 0-hour players just like float, but he's always on top of his production.
Yeah, he is.
It's always quite nice, but he's just not making them
so macro good, but micro not so much.
Well, I mean, I don't know about micro. I think it's just
like
decision making.
But I mean, like, yeah, it's just not specific micros. It's just he needs to move his units around, whatever that's called. Like,
yeah,
good play. The Tomahawks are moving him, but look how exposed they are.
They're gonna die to buggies.
I bet they're gonna die to buggies.
See,
he's moving in the beats as well, so that's nice. So they could have died to splash damage. So he'll probably take out the tunnel, which is good. But
yeah, but you know, keep in mind, 3 supplies, 2 black markets. A10
strike got taken down.
Spectre, I think.
Yeah, spamming. Look at that spam on terrorists. I think he's just gonna take out a few more buildings, and then it's pretty much just gonna be a GG. He's probably going for the command center, I'd say, with those technicals.
Well, I mean, look how exposed the war factory is. That's gonna die easy mode, and I'm not sure what that is going. I think maybe like a paratrooper drop.
Yeah, I think it is too. Yeah. So you drop
they
die on the edge of things, so you really have to be careful with that. They actually die if they land like off cliff edges or anything like that. They do die, so
it's worse when you drop.
There's like a tunnel in the back lines of Hawky. Hawky just dropped like a he got the technicals in there and got the destroy.
Well, you got 2. He got both supplies.
Yeah, he got both supplies.
Which is kind of silly because he went for the supplies despite the fact that there's no supplies to mine from.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, every building you kill is definitely a plus. Considering how little it's costing Hawky to tech Terra, and now it means that Squawk literally has no income. And so there's just no way Squawk can come back from this. There's too many buggies, and there's 0 Avengers and 0 air units, which is kind of what you need against buggies.
Yeah.
I mean, Tomahawks just won't cut it.
The Humvees are going to be able to muscle through a couple of tunnels, but at the same time, they're going to lose units every time they move in. Look how out of position those buggies are, though. So Squawk's going to move in. He's going to start taking them out, but there's so many buggies.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter. I mean, not exactly a good trade there for Hawky, but he's so ahead at this stage, it doesn't even matter. And I quite like I gotta say, I quite like Hawky's tunnel pops. He always seems to tunnel pop the buggies at a very nice angle.
Yeah, and he's got a couple of tunnels in the area. So
yeah, like do you remember when we were casting Rage versus Caro? And Caro would always like pop his buggies like right near the Humvees.
Yeah, and you're just like,
and the Humvees would just kill them straight away. Whereas Hawky seems to always pop his buggies in like a very sort of safe location.
Yeah, nice time as well. And then he has another tunnel to the side that he pops out of as well. Like he kind of moves back in that tunnel.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm behind you now, and which is nice. I mean, he's definitely got solid play. But Squawk, I mean, he could have won that game as well.
Yeah, Squawk just definitely. I don't know what to say. I mean, I don't want to be rude, but.
Yeah.
There are times when you have to put the foot down as a caster and just say, Squawk, You done bad. You done messed up there.
You done
buddy.
bad stuff there.
I'm sorry.
Unfortunately,
I'm sorry,
you can't build
but
Avengers.
you should have killed the third supply. You should have built Avengers. You should have denied the tunnel, which you saw because you had radar. I mean, it's. I mean, sometimes you're like, oh, he didn't see it because he didn't have radar. He had a
Fair
freaking
enough.
radar. How
Yeah.
can you not see a tunnel being built and then the RPGs pop out? And then buggies come out and kill your airfield, and he just like didn't react, and he didn't like know he had the Humvees there.
Yeah.
But he had radar, and there were 10 there for like 5 minutes. So yeah, I mean Hawky played solid, but I just don't think that Squaak was definitely playing his top game here.
No, definitely not.
So, but it is a best of 7.
7, I believe.
So
yeah.
we still have some more chance for Squaak to turn the series around, and hopefully we will see that happening.
Yeah, it'd be very, very nice. So yeah, 2-0 to Hawky thus far. So we'll see what happens in game number 3.
Alrighty, until then. I should post that. Blake crying because Squaak doesn't build Avengers.
Why, Scott? Why? Scott, please. Please. Please, Squawk.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to game number 3 of Hawky versus Squaak in the 1.6 semi-finals. So we are now on Lagoon.
My favourite map. Absolutely fantastic. We do, of course, have Hawky up the top as our blue GLA stealth.
And Squaak as the USA Air Force General Pink, who doesn't like spy drones and doesn't like Avengers.
Who likes Avengers? Why can't I just Humvee spam on his machine?
Well, because buggies. Like, that is
Because
why.
buggies, yeah.
Because buggies.
So, hopefully we'll see Squawk really turn it around this game, bring out his A game. We'd love to see some fantastic play come out of him. Looks like he may be going for a war factory this time, whereas we've previously seen the double barracks.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
He did he sell it or?
He might do.
Yeah, we'll have to see how he goes.
The combat Chinook is
Is a
requires...
requirement of the war factory, so he still might go for that double barracks opener.
Yeah, and so I think the issue with this playstyle for Squaak is it would work much more effectively if Hawky wasn't stealth, and the reason why is because
tunnels.
He could just go around and just kill every tunnel, but because they're stealth, and obviously you can't get like spy drones on a Chinook, you can't really reveal them. Selling at the war factory.
Not on Lagoon.
Yeah, it's
not on Lagoon.
I think it may be a little bit too small.
Yeah.
I mean, I would like to see.
It's possible.
I would like to see Squaak just go for a bit more standard play and just see how it goes.
Yeah.
Maybe he. Oh, he might leave him lose his dozer.
Oh no, he's gonna try. Why are you trying to crush the terrorist? What are you doing? What? Terrorists blow up when you crush them. Squawk, please. Righto, please. Squawk, please.
Yeah.
Squawk, no. Hang on. Is that in CCG as well? Like, can you crush terrorists?
I don't know.
If he was even slightly microing that, if Hawky was even slightly microing that, he would be like, dozer, why is it coming towards me? Blow up the dozer. Like, that's a dozer down already for Squawk. And I was just doing the same strategy before, and that just won't work on Lagoon. The supplies.
You could have just built a ranger and like. Anyway, so Hawky going for the double oil cap.
Fantastic start.
That's a good opener here.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
The Chinooks can take out those old derricks. Squawk doesn't know he's doing that. He probably won't know because he's going directly for. If he's dropping a dozer with that Chinook, I'm gonna cry.
You gonna cry? How much are you gonna cry?
Well, I mean, probably about 7 times because there's no dozer in his base. If he loses that dozer, then he will have no more buildings.
Yeah.
He's doing quite well here against his quads.
Too many quads though, and look at those RPGs. They're just gonna tank through. That's a full combat Chinook.
Ouch.
See you later. GG.
Yep. So he still has the dozer. He only is on one Chinook here because his other one's obviously flying around. And so he needs to kill the oils.
He needs to kill the oils now.
But now
Forget about the supplies.
He's going to pop some more quads, I would say.
I reckon he's going to pop quads there, RPGs there, and he's just going to lose that combat Chinook. Look at that. Combat Chinook getting caught hard out.
There we go. Will he evac though on the floor?
No, it's down. It's dead. It's over.
And that is GG.
Ah, look, Hawky capping the... He might even get it.
That's a nice play there, losing the Chinook with the... Oh, it's empty.
Yeah, it's an empty Chinook. He just moved it in for point laser defense, and like, he's just going to try and cap the supply, and the supply's just going to get capped. He's just going to let it get capped. Sell it or something. He's not going to get there in time. He's not. Cap's going to go down.
Yep. He's gonna get it. He's gonna get it. Oh,
Oh,
he got it. We caught it.
I called it we caught it. Well, good calling. He's defeated. What a joke.
Well, that's what happens when you go for a double combat Chinook on Lagoon.
You don't do that on Lagoon. No, it gets a stealth.
I mean, even so, like, had that been round number 1,
yeah,
because I think Hawky would have gone for the oil cap, like, to counter that strat, because it's a good counter, isn't it?
Yeah.
By going for the oil cap, it means that the Chinook is less effective.
Splits his money, yeah.
I don't know if it was intentional, like, to negate that strategy, but I think on Lagoon, definitely need to adapt.
Yeah, because it just doesn't. But the strat's fine, but it doesn't work against GLA stealth, because the whole purpose of those Chinooks should be harass. And then go and harass somewhere else. You got a tunnel there, or destroy that. You got a tunnel there, or destroy that. You have no map presence then. But Hawky gets the tunnels up, they get stealth, and now he can pop from anywhere. And the combat Chinooks are just so vulnerable when they're either getting away from the base or they're anywhere near the base. All that Hawky needs. I've got RPGs. You've only got a couple of ranges. I've got quads. You can destroy them, but you're gonna lose to my RPGs. And even then, you're not even gonna destroy anything. Like.
Yep. I think. Squaak needs to learn to sort of adapt.
He needs to.
It's
he needs
something
to try
that
a different playstyle.
we've seen from Hawky now. We've seen it from Rage and Caro. Is they change their strategies and their playstyles depending on the map.
Yeah.
You know that's the first time Hawky went for an old cap because
yeah.
of Lagoon, but Squaak just sticking to his same strategy. So look, we're on game number 4 now, and this could be the last one. So hopefully Squaak picks up his game here.
I'd like to see that. I definitely like seeing him come back. So I think he's a solid player. He just needs to.
Build Avengers.
Amp it up a bit. Build some other units. Build some 0-hour units. There are other ones. Like, have a look in your war factory and just bring it up and just like,
oh, an Avenger.
Check it out.
Anyway,
we'll see you in game number 4. That was a quickie, so we'll see you soon. Why Squaak? Why? Trending worldwide on Twitter right now. This is game number 4 between Hawky as our GLA stealth
and Squaak as the Orange USA Air Force, who is now definitely on the back foot of this best of 7 series. It is 3-0.
3-0 at the moment.
And if Hawky takes this game, he will eliminate Squaak and move on to the grand finals against Caro. So, look, I want to see a different play style from Squaak. I mean, to be fair, Barren Badlands is probably...
it was Barren Badlands, yeah.
Yeah, Barren Badlands is probably a good map for the combat Chinook play because it's like really big and open. The supplies, I guess, they're kind of far apart. There's like all derricks, so
could definitely be nicer than what we've seen before, where we've seen Squaak in every single game build the war factory, go double barracks with the like missile defenders, and go double combat Chinook, and a little bit of a misplaced tunnel there by by Hawky. He is revealed on the side there. Not sure what he's going for. Probably some technical terrorist aggression, but yeah, not really sure if I like that tunnel placement. It's quite off to the side, can be denied quite easily. It's me! It's me! He's not selling the war factory. I love it. I love it.
I've never heard you so happy to see a rock V break.
I'm a happy man.
Yep. Anyway, so that tunnel is going to be incredibly crucial here for Hawky because it's really close to that supply. That's going to be easy harassment with a quad, or 2 quads even, and that's going to be 5 RPGs.
Which is nice, but the firebase being thrown down, not in time.
It's a good choice, but yeah, exactly, not in time. And so this Humvee has to take care of those.
Hang on, it might finish.
No, but it's going to kill it. But the Humvees should be able to take care of that and at least buy some time, but that was not an ambulance, and therefore it's taken it. Had it been an amber, it would have been fine.
It's going to start getting repaired now and just instantly destroyed though. So the firebase gets taken out, loses a B. Nice harassment there from Hawky. So Squaak really needed to deal with that forward tunnel, and he's pulled the other V back. He didn't go for any aggression with it.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I don't like it. I would have seen... Look how open the supply lines are on Hawky. I mean, obviously Squaak doesn't know that, but I mean, if you're going for a double supply, it's a bit hard to wall off like 100% as a GLA.
Yeah, that and Hawky playing the smart, going for the double oil cap. It's actually quite hard as like against stealth 2 though, because you can't see the rebels. They're stealth rebels, so you can't really kill them because you don't know where they are unless you have spy drones everywhere. So it looks as though we have a bit of an engagement here. The quads and the RPGs are trying to make something happen here. The Humvees are getting caught. There goes 2 Vs, maybe even a 3rd.
There's no ambo out. Look, they're trapping on the missile defenders. That's a 3rd V out. The quads are moving in to deal with the missile defenders.
He may even lose the Chinook there. There we go.
And what are both dozers doing there? Both dozers are right on the side. They got to get them. He's got to get them out of there before they get taken out. That's another V. You can't get the crush on RPGs with these. That doesn't work like
Need
that.
ambos. So again, Squaak isn't really familiar with the ambulance of like the ambulance change in 1.6. Had that been Rage would have been like, I have an ambo, and where are your RPGs at?
Where have they gone?
Where have they gone? Oh, I crushed them all. That's where they've gone.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, like remember the game where he managed to kill like a dozer, an outpost in a supply truck with,
Yeah,
with one ambo.
with one ambo. It was absolutely ridiculous.
So, yes, Squaak is definitely losing way more than he should because, you know, he didn't have an ambo. An ambo would have killed the RPGs and the Rockies would have killed the quads. And so,
now you're where you don't want to be against a GLA, on the back foot.
and he has both all Derricks. So this is definitely not looking good here for Squaak. Hawky probably is third supply.
Yeah, nice, very, very nice.
Probably getting a palace.
Yeah,
Look
of
at
course.
that.
What else
Hawky's
would you
just
do?
playing this smart.
Yeah, you're ahead of it. You're ahead of the game. You know exactly what you're doing. You've got good control over the map. He's got tunnel networks everywhere. I'm going to go for a palace. I'm not going to be greedy. I'm going to go for a palace. Excellent choice. I'm going to go for a tech terror where your Vs aren't. Be where your enemy is not, ladies and gentlemen. Hawky is coming in the back lines. What's he going for? What did he end up destroying? The war factory, I think it was? No, supply. Goes for the supply. That's a nice start.
Hawky just playing this so smart. He's doing everything that he needs to be doing. He's even killing Humvees in the front lines.
He's going like even or better exchanges. Like during these fights as well. That V is actually full of terrorists, I think.
No, there's one for supply.
Oh, it was the one for the supply, was it? He's just got it still there. So there's another technical lying around somewhere with these as well. Look at that map control. He knows exactly where everything is.
Yep, 4 more quads, and once he gets a Jarman, it's just going to be game over for Squaak. Because even without the Jarman, he just can't deal with this many quads.
Look at all that scrap as well, where he should get that. But no, going after Chinooks, which is going to be nice. Going to force off the...
Well, GLAs don't really like getting... Is that a... No,
oh yeah, they don't like getting scrap on their quads because it actually makes them worse. Or
well, it makes them worse when they have vet. It's a bit of a bug.
Yeah, it's a bug out.
Where, like, because it makes them have, like, a higher rate of fire but less damage. And then, because veterancy gives them also a higher rate of fire.
It caps out.
It caps out, yeah. It reaches a certain point where their rate of fire can no longer increase. So you're getting the extra rate of fire, but less damage. So like, it makes actually more sense to not get scrap unless they're vet 0. The Humvees are moving a bit, killing the supply. I mean, Squaak, you're out of this game. You have no chance.
That's absolutely nuts. He's got no. Yeah, look at that. Another technical, full of terrorists. You got a supply? No supply. It's gone, destroyed. And look, the technical's just gonna clean up some ranges while he's there. You know, take out a couple of them. No supplies, no possible income for Squaak. Squaak selling all his buildings. Yeah.
What more is there to say, Blake?
There's not a lot, buddy. There's not a lot. I'm a little bit disappointed.
He's holding on here. Doesn't want to get taken out.
And here come the buggies. Yeah, Hawky.
Everything that Hawky needs,
look at that
he
snipe.
has.
Goodbye.
Buggy ammo.
Yeah.
Hawky he knows exactly what he needs to do, and he's playing this so well. And this is going to be game over for Squaak. I guess he should have seen that tunnel.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think he could have denied that with his first V.
It was within his vision, yeah. The first Humvee
should have killed that.
Would have been there in time.
Yeah.
So if he killed that tunnel, then he would have been looking quite strong. Because that one tunnel, that is why Hawky like just balled out the game. He killed the Humvees, he killed the Chinooks. That being said, though, Hawky did have the oils, so even if Squaky held off, I mean, Hawky would have had the better economy.
Yeah, he would have won on oils, but still.
Yeah, I mean, those...
Just outplayed, I think.
The first 2 games were quite nice. Squaak, unfortunately, having some poor decision-making. Game number 3 was just a stupid idea, going for double combat Chinook on Lagoon, which is too small. When your opponent knows exactly what you're doing. And game number 4, I guess we summarized there, just wasn't very good map awareness from Squaak. But, you know, I think to be fair, he probably hasn't practiced very much. He's not familiar with 0 Hour. But it's unfortunate because he just had so much sort of potential. Like, he had very good early harassment. He had
really
good
nice.
production.
Awesome macro, yeah.
He just didn't really do well with it. So, good try from Squaak.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, Hawky just outplaying Squaak on so many levels.
Yeah, definitely. I think there. So Well done, Hawky. 4 games to 0. Going to be moving on to our grand final. Congratulations to him.
Yeah, best of 9 between Caro for a GLA stealth mirror.
Yeah.
Which could be either like really interesting or just
really
like
terrible.
really bad.
really, really bad.
It could be so bad, but I think Hawky and Caro should give us some pretty entertaining games as they're very top tier players. I just hope it's not too campy. I also hope it's not too like buggy spam because I'm afraid that because the thing is with buggies it's kind of like, oh, that's fine, you just build Air Force, and it's like, nope, just kidding, GLA doesn't get Air Force, and it's like, oh shit.
It's really difficult then.
Yeah. I mean,
I get Scud launches. That's fine.
Yeah,
no. Oh wait,
stealth
doesn't get.
Do they? No, I think they do. I think they do.
Oh, you think they do?
I'm about
stealth demo.
I don't know.
It's been a while since I played GLA.
You know what? Let's do the thing again where we actually check.
Yeah. Well. Oh yeah. We'll actually have a look.
How can we check?
Just look it up online. Like. Just.
No, you know what?
What? Oh yeah. Just start a skirmish. We'll see if they do.
You can stop watching now,
guys. Who doesn't get scuds?
I think everyone does, because I know.
You sure everyone does? Because
game speed
I think
60.
they might do. Yeah, I think they might do because it's only the tomahawks that USA laser lose.
I know with demo you don't get like the toxin warheads.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
and likewise with toxin you don't get the demo warhead, so they're not as strong as they could be otherwise. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure toxin does.
Toxin
they do. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do get scuds. Yeah, I think I was just misplaced there. Yeah. I just had a
Toxin
feeling that one of them
scuds.
didn't. Yes, they do get stealth. Are you Toxin or Stealth? You're Vanilla.
Oh my god, I'm the biggest noob.
You're a massive noob.
I'm the biggest.
How big is Onish Machine like on a noob scale?
Well, I think about 7.
Put your hand up.
I'd
About a
say
7 on a noob
7.
scale? Yeah, it's cool.
GLA stealth. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I would have said that they don't get Scud sort launches on that.
Alright! Blake wins.
I win.
Blake wins.
Yes, thank you. Yeah,
GG, Blake. GG.
Stealth, thank you. GG.
Okay,
Good.
so no
Scuds.
Scuds.
I know
God
this game. I should have doubted myself. I knew they didn't get Scuds.
I was looking forward to Scuds.
Yeah, so no Scuds.
That sucks.
So that's the reason I said Scuds was because Scuds can deal with buggies to some extent. I mean, if you like pop them, you kind of like, it's tough because buggies have such long range, but I mean, it's really nice to see like Scuds versus like some quad RPGs and things like that. It's nice to see some long range stuff, but not necessarily just against buggies, but it's just nice to see people like GLA build Scuds. So yeah, so I don't know what's really gonna happen. Hopefully, it's not just buggy spam.
You know, I want to see
What?
I want to see this.
This.
Okay, so I'm Caro, and yeah, this is what I want to see. This is my kind of game.
Yeah, this is the only game
No
that I
Rush
play.
20.
No Rush 20.
Stinger starts only.
50,000. No super weapons.
Who's gonna win?
No
Who's gonna win?
auras. Ah!
Okay, we.
Hope you enjoyed the video, by the way,
Yeah,
guys.
this is terrible. Why are we doing this? This
See
is
you
the
guys
worst.
later. It's been fun.
Well, actually, hang on. Before we do this,
What are you doing?
You know what I'm doing. You know what I'm doing.
You know what I'm doing?
There we go.
Ah,
That's what we want to do.
that's cheating!
Yeah.
You made the other one win.
Okay, so anyway, yeah. So until the grand final,
Yes.
we are the Generals Gentlemen,
It has been a pleasure.
and Avengers are good.
Avengers are good. They're super good.
And Spiderans.
Yeah, and
good.
Spiderans.
I'm sorry, Squaak. Please don't hate me. I'm sorry. Don't take it personally.
Yep.
Don't take it personally.
It comes from love. It comes from a loving.
Do you remember the
loving
time
place.
when we flamed Todd because he wouldn't build a prop center?
Yeah.
Because like Todd, he only had Battle Masters.
That was like in a best of game series, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was he just refused to build a prop series until like the last game.
Yeah, he was like, do you have RPGs? Better build some more Battle Masters. It's like, Todd.
Yes.
Can you just go ahead and build some cats? Nah, I'm gonna build Battle Masters. And it's like, Todd, Mix? Battle Masters. So look, we flame you if you make bad decision making.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. Bye guys. Sorry for making a long video. That's dumb.
Yeah.
Forgive us.